How you doing, everyone? Scott back again for a big update. It's been a couple of weeks, or maybe even longer than that, so I've got CDs, cassettes and vinyl to show. As usual, still trying to get into this inbox, but it's not going down, it only gets bigger. So a bit of a mix of formats, bit of a mix of metal genres as well. I've got hard rock up to death or thrashy death, so a bit of metal for everyone in this one. So I'll start off my first ever death purchases. Picked up the reissue of Human. See, with Death, it's just a band I've always kind of gone to YouTube for. I don't know why, it's just one of those bands that I've always just kind of listened to on YouTube. There have been a couple of albums that you're able to get on Amazon Music for free, so I've kind of had them in my Amazon Music list as well, so I've been able to listen to them. But I thought it was about time that I picked up some of their albums on physical format, so that was the first one, Human. Really good, and Spiritual Healing. Out of the two so far, now I'm not like massively clued up on Death. I probably know more about their history than I do about their music, if I'm honest. But I mean, there's not much music to know. I think there's only about 7 albums. But these are the first ones, the first 2 that I wanted to pick up. This one being my favourite. I was in the car with one of the guys from work, and he was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was like, "It's Death." He was like, "Death what?" I was like, "Just Death." He's like, "That is weird." I was like, "It's not weird, it's good." So that's my first 2 Death pickups. I'm still kind of getting into that more extreme type of metal, but I thought those 2 would be a very good place to start anyway, with Death. Next one, it's a release from last year on Bleeding Music Records, and it is 3 Dead Fingers. These guys were a recommendation from, I think it was Nathan, Metal Down Under. I'm sure it was either him or Brendan that that recommended these guys, and I checked out the song Into the Bloodbath, and it's phenomenal. These guys are only like 13, 14 years old. There's a picture of them there. Yeah, so 13, 14, and it's kind of like probably thrash on the more extreme side, with some death metal vocals in there as well, those kind of death metal growls, but definitely worth your time checking out 3 Dead Fingers. I mean, for the age of these guys, they kind of remind me of Death Angel, from like, because they were so young, but these guys are even younger. And the vocals are tremendous. There's clean vocals, there's kind of thrashy vocals, and there's like death metal growls as well, so a little bit for everyone. But yeah, really, really good album. So thanks to Nathan / Brendan for that recommendation. I'm pretty sure it was Nathan though. So next, taking it down a little notch, Faster Pussycat and Whipped. I'm sure this is 1992. It's either 91 or 92. 92. I know it's an absolute bastard to get on vinyl. But this is definitely, I would say, probably a more mature album than their first 2, but some really, really good stuff. For some reason, it's had this sticker on the front that said Faster Pussycat Whipped. It's been on there since 1992, and it fell off 2 days ago. So I don't know why, but there was a sticker here with the title and stuff on it. But yeah, a really good album. If you're into Faster Pussycat, or even that kind of early 90s kind of hard rock with that kind of more, I don't want to say grungier edge, maybe a more alternative edge, kind of like Saigon Kick, I would give that a shot because it's superb. Next one up is actually a little bit of VCLT from Mike, Metal Mickey. He's kind of going through this kind of cull of CDs right now, and he asked if I had this, and I didn't, so he passed it on to me, and it's Zodiac Mind Warp and the Love Reaction. I've not actually given this a listen yet, but in fact, well, I've heard a couple of tracks, I think, just in the passing, but I've not sat and listened to the whole thing. So yeah, I'll give that more of a listen, but what I have heard I liked, that's why I took it. So next up is a band that I think it's the bass player Matt. He follows my channel, and he sent me a message on Instagram to say that his band were holding this kind of live stream, and he thought it would be something I would enjoy, something and the music I would enjoy. So I tuned into the live stream. It was for the launch of their new single, and he's from the band Meta Prism, which are a UK kind of, I suppose they're a bit of a mix. I suppose you could say extreme, but it's female fronted, I would say power metal. There's some kind of heavier, almost black metal stuff in there. Verging on death metal. It's just that it's a really good mix, and obviously just along with female fronted, so she sings clean, but there are some male, more growling vocals as well, but really good stuff. They've just released their single From the Earth, which is superb. I've been listening to that on and off for the last few weeks. Really liked it. I've only listened to this one. I do have, this is Catalyst to Awakening, and I do have the Human Encryption as well. I've not listened to this one yet, but this one was superb. So yeah, UK based. I suggest you check them out if you're into your kind of female fronted with some harsher vocals in there. It's just really good. So they've also got a pre-order on for their new album, which does feature the song From the Earth. So check them out. I've also got a t-shirt, but it's not around here. So I got a really cool t-shirt. So they've actually got their own website. So just go to, I think it's metaprism.co.uk or something like that. So that is that one. And the last is also going to be some UK thrash. A band I've not really seen shown that much in the VC, to be honest, because they're not a huge band. But I found these guys on YouTube and listened to this album, which is called World Detonation by Reno Fury. Some very Megadeth-y looking artwork there. So yeah, World Detonation, released in 2012 by Good Life Recordings. But this is really, really good. Melodic thrash from the UK. If you've not heard these guys, it's on YouTube, check them out. And picked up their, I think this is their second or third album as well. It could, in fact, it could be their fourth or fifth, I'm not sure. But this is from 2015, and this is Death Be Thy Shepherd. Again, with some crazy looking artwork, but really, really good stuff. I really do suggest you check out Reign of Fury from the UK. Really good. So that's the CDs. I'll move on to the vinyl. Now, a bit of lighter stuff to start off with. This is Strange Ways and Walk in the Fire. Now, Strange Ways are a Scottish band. I think their first album was called Native Sons, and they're just straightforward kind of 80s AOR, but just really good, melodic, great singer. I don't actually know too much about these guys, but I first heard the song Where Are They Now? Where Are They Now was the first song I heard, and it's just really great AOR. So I saw this actually in a record store. It's priced quite highly on eBay and Discogs, so I saw this for a tenner in a record shop, so I grabbed it. So that's Strange Ways from Scotland, just really good AOR. Next up, I grabbed Damn Yankees, kind of super group with Jack Boyd, Tommy Shaw, Ted Nugent. I think this is 1991. Sorry, 1990. But this is kind of one I've had on my radar for a couple of years, but never really got around to pulling the trigger. Saw this, I think it was buy it now, free postage, for about 12 quid. So I thought that was the time to jump on it. But yeah, really good, just kind of straightforward hard rock from 1990. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of Damn Yankees, but definitely worth picking up. Next up, I've got the reissue of this album. I've kind of tracked it on eBay and the likes for a good few years, but I've just never really picked up the OG. It's always been a little bit expensive. I'm kind of at that stage in collecting now where I'm not just, you know, I can kind of go after the more expensive albums, not just the kind of £5 albums that everyone's got and the kind of staples of most metal collections. I'm kind of into that stage now where I'm going to spend a bit more to get that kind of mini grail or kind of plug that hole in the collection. So I thought this was definitely worth picking up, but just didn't really see it for a right price or the right condition. And I actually found this in the same record shop, so I thought it's the first time I've ever seen this in the wild, so I thought I'd grab it. And it's Crimson Glory and Transcendence from 1988. Just a superb album. Just that kind of progressive power metal. Great vocals from Midnight as well. And I've had the debut album OG for, could be 3 years, and that's never been reissued. But this got reissued a couple of years ago, and I jumped on the reissue, the kind of silver limited edition vinyl, and just never then got round to picking up the OG. So I thought the perfect time was sitting in the shop. I was going to grab it. Some absolutely standout tunes on this. I need to look at the track listing now. Lady of Winter is a great song. Painted Skies, superb. Where Dragons Rule. Lonely, I think that was a single off the album. Just superb. So now we do have the OG of this. So Crimson Glory, Transcendence, just an 80s power metal classic. Now on to a brand new release. This was released yesterday. And as you would have seen if you've been watching Contact in Blood, we had James Hellripper McBain on Contact in Blood, and he was talking about his new album, The Affair of the Poisons, which was released yesterday. So I'll show you the wee bits I picked up off that. Thirsty. So, first of all, here is the vinyl. This was released on Peaceville Records, his first major label release. Now it did come in this bag, but it's actually torn, I've just noticed. It's torn right down the side, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this out and maybe replace that and keep the hype sticker. But here we go, here's the album cover. This is a matte finish. And inside you got this Peaceville catalogue, vinyl catalogue. So tells you all the releases on Peaceville. Inside you get lyric sleeve, and it does come on 180 gram black vinyl. I'm not sure if there's any colour variants, I don't think there was, but it's a superb album. If you're into that kind of thrash, blackened speed metal, it's superb. Also picked up the CD, which comes with this cool wee kind of obi strip that's kind of taped to it. So that is a CD. Also picked up the cassette as well. I think they're limited to about 300 and thought I'd be a real fanboy and pick up the t-shirt as well. So what I did is I kind of felt guilty because I pre-ordered the vinyl on Amazon, and obviously supporting James, we had them on the channel as well. I thought I did feel guilty, so I kind of went to his Bandcamp to pick up the CD and the cassette and the t-shirt just to kind of show support for the album. But it's one of those albums you really want to be good. You kind of hyped it up. I kind of hyped it up to myself that it was going to be a really great album, and it did not disappoint. It's absolutely superb. So I do suggest, if you are into that thrash, black and speed metal, to grab it. It's superb. And it also came with this little note, which was a nice wee touch from James. Hope you enjoy the new album, Scott. Cheers, 666. And his signature. So that came with obviously his Bandcamp package. So that was a really good one. So that is Hell Ripper and the Affair of the Poisons. Awesome. Moving on. Picked up the debut from Sacred Reich, Ignorance. Is it Roadrunner? I've just had a great thrash debut, to be honest. There's not really much else you can say. It's just relentless from the start. I do prefer the American way, I have to be honest, but this is well worth having in the collection as well. I was going to get the reissue because the reissue is very cheap on Amazon and it's been in my want list for a while, and I thought to myself, it's getting to that stage where I'm just going to pick up the reissue. And luckily enough, I saw this and it was a pretty good price. It was a bit of a bidding war on eBay, but I managed to grab it, so really chuffed with that. So, Sacred Reich and Ignorance, again, superb. And a couple of classics to finish off. I've had this sitting in the inbox for a while. Flotsam Jetsam, No Place for Disgrace. Second album on Roadrunner. Well, I think this is our first album on Roadrunner, but second album overall. 1988, obviously the first album that Flotsam made without Jason Newsted after he went to Metallica. Definitely up there with some of their best work. I mean, this and the debut, Doomsday for the Deceiver, is superb. I don't know if I can sit and make a judgment right now because I love the two of these. In fact, I love the first three. The only thing that lets the third album down is the production. But the first two are superb. They're really, really up there with the best thrash from the 80s. If I had to pick right now, it would be Doomsday. But it doesn't take away from this. This is just awesome. And an album I've been after for ages and finally picked it up. So there we go. Flotsam Jetsam, No Place for Disgrace. And very happy to pick this one up. This is the type of album I was talking about when, you know, I'm not just going after these really cheap albums to kind of fill up the collection anymore. I can kind of take the time, spend a little more money, but buy less, if you know what I mean, on each record. And this was one of them. So I saw this come up in excellent condition and I knew I had to go for this. So this is Testament and the New Order. I'll take this out just now. So there we go, you can see the cover a bit better there. Still got a nice gloss on it. On Megaforce. Now, and again, this is another band that the first two come really close together in terms of how highly I regard them. If I had to pick right now, I mean, the Legacy is superb, but I'd probably have to pick this. Maybe because I've listened to it more recently, but those two albums are absolutely tremendous. Inside, you have the lyric sleeve, which is in really good condition as well. And there's the vinyl there on Megaforce. Nice little touch, comes in a poly sleeve as well. So there we go. That is Testament. Very happy to have this. I'm now just trying. I've got a reissue of the Legacy, but I'd really like to get that as an OG press as well. So, but there we go. Really happy to grab that one. Testament, the New Order, now in the collection. So that is the update. 20 minutes, not too bad. If you're interested, we will be live on Contact and Blood tonight with Jay Walsh from Zentrix, lead singer of Zentrix. We're going to go through what Zentrix have been up to, what they will be up to, and obviously his involvement in the band, because he's kind of not new to the band, but newer to the band than a couple of the other guys. So we're going to get his take on things. So join us then tonight, 9:30. In the meantime, let me know what you think of these pickups. Quite a lot to go through, but maybe try and keep these updates a bit shorter and maybe spend a bit more time on each album. But it's been a while, so I thought I'd try and get as much out of the way as I could. So, like I said, let me know what you think. To everyone who's subscribed, thank you very much for liking videos, commenting on videos, all that good stuff. You can also check me out on Instagram and Facebook, and I'll look forward to that and your comments. But until then, I will see you guys very soon. Cheers.